American Indians. American Indians are believed to be the first people to come into in America. According to the Indians have many different kinds of artifacts and different kinds of monuments that represent different kinds of art or symbols or anything to express themselves. According to M.T. Swartzman, author of Totem Town's People, or Totem Town Tour, states that totem poles are thuga trees, or otherwise known as red cedar trees, that are chopped down and placed up to represent a story. In this speech, or you should listen to me, because I will expand your knowledge on the American Indian culture, which is important because the American Indians were in America, and to have a greater knowledge about the American culture, it's best for Americans. So in this speech, I'll inform you about the American Indian totem poles. First, I will talk about the history and the origins of the totem poles. Second, I will talk about the different kinds of symbols and animals used in totem poles. And third, I will talk about the totem poles in today's culture. So first, the history of the totem poles. Totem poles are, according to Deborah Dearborn, author of Totem People, published in 2006. Totem poles, the process of making totem poles is about a year long from when they first started making them. So they would start by chopping down the tree, of course, and then they would carve into the tree. And when they carve into the tree, they would then post the tree up, take a bunch of people and post it up. And when they did this, they had a huge ceremony. And this ceremony was like how you see on TV, where the Indians are singing and dancing around a fire, celebrating the totem pole being born. The first people to start making totem poles were in the southern Alaskan area, and the Indian clan that was most known for were the Tlingit Indians, and they resided in the southern Alaskan area. When the Europeans came over from Europe, they came over and they saw the totem poles and viewed them as religious, but they weren't. So, and they came over to spread their religion, so they forced the Indians to destroy all the totem poles and to not make them anymore. So this stopped the production of totem poles for a while. So into the symbols and the animals used in totem poles. The animals that are used in totem poles were for storytelling totems. And the storytelling totems, it would often include a fox, who was known for his stealthiness or his agility, a owl, who was noted for its being wise, a bear, who was almost as a like if they say thank you to the bear because of all the things that a bear brings to the tribe, like its fur or its meat, to help the tribe do what they need to do. Other kinds of totems would be the legend totems. And with legend totems, it would be a hero or a person that the tribe looks up to. So they could put, for instance, a chief leader, and they would put him at the top of the totem pole. And they do this because a chief looks over the tribe, and when you're at the top of the totem pole, the top thing looks over the whole tribe. So that was why they put him at the top. Also, they could put a war hero into the totem pole, and the war hero was put into the totem pole because he was a hero, obviously, because of what he did in the war, and the tribe needs to look up to the people that served the tribe and did the tribe well. So into today's culture of totem poles, like I said, most totem poles were destroyed from the Europeans, or they were now because of the weathering processes, they're unable to see all the totem poles. The totem pole making process is now cut down from a year to 3 months. And in this 3 months, it's shorter because the technology used, instead of wooden saw or stone saw, they would use a chainsaw now. Or instead of the tribe having to carry it out, they would have a crane now. So like I said, the Tlingit Indians are one of the tribes that still make totem poles, and they do this to spread to pass generations down over time. And when they pass the generations down over time, the grandkids can know their grandparents' grandparents. Totem poles now are put into museums, and they are put into museums because it preserves them for longer. When they're put into the museums, people can come from wherever they want and come and see the totem poles and learn more about totem poles and learn more about the Indian culture. So in this speech, I have talked to you about the American Indian totem poles. First, I talked about the history and the origins of totem poles. Second, I talked about the different kinds of animals and symbols used. And third, I talked about the totem poles in today's culture. So I hope that you can take from this speech that the totem poles are more than just a pole. They represent something and they mean something. And it is necessary for people to know more about the Indian culture to further expand their knowledge on America. Thank you.